Back when Ratchet was a ratchet and the Vixen was a vixen and Jam Master Jay was alive. I was mixing, cooking coke in the kitchen back when Robin was a piston.
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon, Lifestyle Defined. Welcome back to another episode of AMA. If you're new here, you're not sure how this works, you ask your question in the comment section down below and we answer it in upcoming videos. Excuse me as I angle my mic. Today's question comes from the future. What's good, homie? Good video. Outside camera is cool. Inside camera is pushing it a little, unless you have an issue you need to catch up on. He's referring to the video I did about the smart security cameras and why I would never put one in the house. Not yet, at least. You guys should check that out. It's a pretty interesting video. Good conversation. His question also, do you think we are spoiled by technology? Do we need, especially our phones, to do all the things they do, or am I being too old-fashioned? So, this is a few times a year I give these I don't know if they're speeches or lectures because I'm not a goddamn professor, but I do these speeches and I get asked these questions about technology and where it's going and how it's going and yada yada yada. I feel like there needs to be context from day one when talking about things like this. We got to bring it back. So something like running water is considered technology. I don't want to walk 4 miles to the well to get water. You get what I'm saying? I would never trade that for the world. A toilet, that's technology. Something like a book is technology. It may not be technology today, but at one point in time, there was a lot involved in writing that. And pen and paper was a technology. And then cutting it and binding it together in such a way and that there's so much wealth, so much information in this one place. You no longer had to travel 200 miles that way to find out about these people and then 100 miles this way to find out about those people. You had a book that you could read that would transport you to these places and give you insight and enlighten you. That was technology. So much of our common day liberties that we think all human beings should have is technology. And I say that to say, no, you're not being too old-fashioned, but it is an aggressive question. I don't think we're spoiled. I think what happens here is I do want my phone to do everything. If you look at your house is a mesh of so many different technologies. It's crazy. How are you getting water to travel upstairs to the bathroom? How are you getting light? You have dimmable lights. You have you have data traveling through cables. You have data traveling through light, sound, video, moving frames. All these things are technology, and we shouldn't be quick to accept some and don't accept others. What I think is happening here is, yes, we want everything to be convenient, so our phones are probably the most important piece of technology in our life, so much so that if you gave someone the option for another hour of battery life versus a bottle of water that they so badly need, they'll probably take the hour of Snapchat. And that's the world we live in. This ties into the video I did when I asked, is $1,000 too much for a phone? And a lot of you made some very, very good points. And I agree with a lot of the points you made when you said it was too much for a phone. But I don't think it is, because I know how important my phone is to me. I know not only the convenience factor of my phone, but the efficiency of my phone. Fuck the bank. I hate walking into the bank. If I can check my balance on my phone and I can post a picture that I took the other day straight out to Instagram for the world to give me a head nod on my photography skills. A picture, by the way, I transferred from a camera via Wi-Fi to said phone and edited. I want that. There's no world I want to live in where I can't do that. But I get what you're asking, because in today's world, we're obsessed with the phone. The phone is no longer a tool, right? A tool exists to get a job done, which is what a phone was. You needed to go to the bank, you use your phone, you do your banking, good job. You needed to text your lady or your man or whatever, you pick up the phone, you send a text, you made a phone call, you send an email. Simple. Now, in today's world, things sort of implode. We don't have a job to do. People just pick up their phone. They're addicted to their phone. The noise that's coming from the phone is now the attraction to the phone. And I get it, and I understand where you're coming from when you say, you know what? The more I can take, the more duties and tasks and jobs I can take off of my phone, the better and more focused I am in the real world. I totally get it. And for a lot of people, that is a viable way of looking at things. And I think it sucks that's what it comes down to. Your phone should never be an obstruction to the real world. And oftentimes it is. But I mean, whatever. This is part of the progression of human beings. I mean, you know, we live in a world where 100 years ago, New York had smut in the air because we had factories. And London as well. I think London is permanently fucked because of all the manufacturing that happened there when that was going on, and all the steam factories and the boats and all that shit. And why do we think we're holier than thou now? You know what I mean? Like this shirt I'm wearing, this LD shirt. By the way, shameless plug, LD merch is coming very shortly. If you dig around on the website, you'll find some preview links to buy some stuff, support the channel. But this shirt was made in God knows where, China, right? And why is this not a big deal? Because we don't care. Oh, all of a sudden I care about my environment, but I still want to pay $30 for this shirt. I don't want to pay $70 for this shirt. Like, no, you fucking crazy? I want that shirt as cheap as I can get it. I just don't want to die. I just don't want to not see the sun in Brooklyn because of this shirt. But it's okay for someone else around the world to fuck up their ozone. It's the same ozone layer, right? And I'm ranting, I'm getting off track, but no, I don't think you're being old-fashioned. I think you're being reactive. Is that what it is? Or you're reacting to what the phones have become, and I think it's sad. I think we need to sit down and teach manners to a lot of people in terms of how you use your technology. You know, like you go to the bathroom and you wash your hands when you're done. We need to teach that type of shit. You don't get on a train and have a fucking FaceTime conversation on speakerphone. I don't want to hear what you're talking about, right? Like that's not cool, right? You don't go to Yellowstone Park and fucking start stepping in the middle of Old Faithful to get a picture for Instagram. You don't do these things. And so much of that's happening on such a large scale and such a fast pace. You're not wrong for wanting to disconnect. You're really not. But me personally, I don't want to live in a world, because I understand the worth of it. I understand the convenience of it. I don't want to live in a world where I don't have it. I certainly don't. But maybe by the time I have kids, it'll be a tough fucking decision. Maybe I will want to live in a world where it doesn't exist, so people aren't fucking idiots, where people aren't distracted, where people aren't driving and texting and running into fucking walls. You know what I mean? Like people aren't shooting at each other because they had an argument on Facebook about who had an old iPhone. Like there's a lot, and I feel like this is a conversation we could have that could go on for days and hours, weeks. We as a society, we're at a crazy fucking place right now where it can be scary. It really can be scary. And if you want to see where it really gets wild, look at a lot of what Japan is doing and how they work in Korea. I mean, these people can walk into a store and buy a sandwich on WeChat without even pulling up a wallet, and I think much to the credit of these people, they don't behave like savages like we do here, but whatever that, not getting into that. But yeah, thank you for your question. I don't think we're spoiled, but I think we're far too privileged. Hopefully, you can understand that. Hopefully that doesn't sound like some stupid shit to you. You guys hop in the comment section, weigh in on the conversation. I think this is a dope one. I want to know what you guys think. If you like the video, don't forget to like it. Help us out. Give us a share on your favorite social network and subscribe to the channel. We got more coming. My name is Ramon. I'm out of here. Peace. Well, I guess. And the reason we started Lifestyles Defined is because if we weren't on camera arguing about these things, the technologies, the phones, the iPhones, the Androids, the cameras, the games, we'd be on the phone arguing about it. We'd be in each other's houses arguing about it. So why not just put it in front of a camera for everyone to enjoy it the way we do? That's what Lifestyles Defined is all about. We just